Ellen is a comedian, and all comedians, and I get it, and I have to fight this, and it is true. You never forget that even though she has $450 million.
This makes me feel so bad about myself every time I come up here.
Is that going to be a new thing? Are you going to try to be early?
Yes, I'm trying to be early.
Are you going to be early for my party?
Yes, I am. No.
No.
You know I have to arrive fashionably late.
All right. Not too late, though.
Not too late?
Not too late, please.
What time would you like me there?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But not
okay.
too late. Because, you know, once you get there, the party really starts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It is no secret that Hollywood is playing a game of smoke and mirrors. What we see is never really what is true. Celebrities involving themselves constantly in diabolical behaviors without fear, and one of the internet's favorite TV personalities has been found guilty, and it is none other than Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen carefully curated her image to the public, making everyone view her as this sweet, kind, and loving woman who warmed people's hearts and made people smile. She dominated daytime TV for a decade, making her the informal queen of daytime television. Except everything she showed us was just a facade, and the real Ellen DeGeneres was hiding beneath everything. But before everyone's eyes, everything began to crack, and everyone finally saw Ellen for who she was. Except one man always knew who she really was, and he is finally coming forward to reveal all the nasty, shady business she got up to. To make it even more crazier, he also revealed why she fled the country after Epstein's death and right after she got exposed. If you want to find out what Rob Schneider revealed about Ellen, then stick around because this one is messy. The first time Ellen's name came up in controversial news was almost 6 years ago when her employees came forward to accuse the workplace of being toxic and that Ellen, the famous kind lady, was actually a big meanie. Ellen came forward to give a very weird apology that did not sit right with people. Then, a year after that apology, the famous talk show ended after 19 seasons.
I know that I'm in a position of privilege and power, and I realize that with that comes responsibility, and I take responsibility for what happens at my show. We have had a lot of conversations over the last few weeks about the show, our workplace, and what we want for the future. We have made the necessary changes, and today we are starting a new chapter. The truth is, I am that person that you see on TV. I am also a lot of other things. This is me. And my intention is to always be the best person I can be.
After then, Ellen just sort of went under the grid, and her name didn't really pop up in major news until 2024 when she, out of nowhere, decided to move to England, which was suspicious, but no one really thought it was a big deal. After all, celebrities move all the time. Until the DOJ announced that they would release the Epstein's files in accordance with the Epstein Transparency File Act, and fans began to realize that there was more to Ellen's mysterious relocation.
President Trump signed the Epstein Files Transparency Act into law on November 19th, 2025, directing the Department of Justice to produce all documents, files, records, videos.
I mean, her life is in Hollywood, her friends, her work, everything is here. Why did she all of a sudden move to England? Well, now we all know the answer. After the DOJ released the Epstein files, Ellen's name was been mentioned numerous times, and there are even claims that she is one of Hollywood's most prolific cannibals. Even though Ellen claimed that she moved to England because of the results of the 2024 presidential election, which, to be honest, doesn't even make sense, right? Why exactly are you moving? Because of that. But now, fans know the truth. She was trying to move before the Epstein list was released. At least if she was halfway across the world, she wouldn't have to face the direct consequences of her actions. Now, Ellen's name is everywhere, and fans have realized that all her talk about being kind have been a lie, because if she really was a kind person, she wouldn't have been connected to Epstein at all. Recently, Rob Schneider appeared on the Megyn Kelly show where he didn't hold anything back. Most of their conversations centered around Ellen and how everyone has finally realized that she might not just be a good person after all, and also her relationship with Epstein.
Ellen's a bitch. Ellen is a nasty person.
One of the major moments they talked about was the infamous Dakota Johnson and Ellen interview that had the entire internet on chokehold. For those that don't know about the interview, let's do a quick trip down memory lane.
So her show got canceled after she had this testy exchange with Dakota Johnson, where something happened where Dakota said, oh, I had this birthday party, and Ellen said, well, why didn't you invite me? You didn't invite me. And she said, like, no, I did invite you, Ellen. That's not what happened.
During the glory days of the Ellen DeGeneres show, Dakota appeared in one episode, and during the course of the show, Ellen straight up accused Dakota of not inviting her to birthday.
I wasn't invited.
Actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen. You were invited.
Dakota calmly replied her that she did invite Ellen because the last time she was on the show, Ellen gave her SHT for not inviting her, and she didn't think Ellen liked her.
Last time I was on the show, last year, you gave me a bunch of about not inviting you, but I didn't even know you wanted to be invited.
Well, who doesn't want to be invited to a party?
Well, I didn't even know you liked me.
They went back and forth before Ellen finally agreed that she had been invited, but was in Malibu that day, and she didn't want to make the trip down for Dakota's birthday.
No, I think I do remember I was invited. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The moment was so satisfying because for the very first time, Ellen got a taste of her own medicine. Now back to the present. Rob Schneider and Megyn Kelly agreed that the interview was weird, and it led to everyone discovering that Ellen was not a good person.
It led to article after article of people being like, Ellen's a bitch.
During the show, Megyn even claimed that she knows someone whose sister works for Ellen, and the sister claims that people are not allowed to talk to Ellen or even look her in the face.
I know a guy, I know him very well, whose sister worked for her, who said, you were not allowed to make eye contact with Ellen.
That's just messed up because imagine working with someone and not being able to look her in the face or talk to her. It gets even more interesting because now Ellen is trying to come back. Despite saying she will not return, she bought a house in Montecito, California, and plans to split time between England and the US. Rob Schneider and Megyn Kelly have revealed that the reason she is trying to come back to Hollywood is because she is trying to reinvent her image after the whole Epstein saga and her toxic workplace allegations. Rob Schneider even made reference to her 2024 Netflix comedy special, where rather than use the opportunity to offer a sincere apology to everyone, she joked about the entire situation and even made herself the victim, joking that she has been kicked out of Hollywood.
Oh yeah, I got kicked out of show business.
This is the funny part because how can you be kicked out of Hollywood and still be able to do a Netflix special that is paying at least $20 million? Make it make sense, Ellen. During the show, she also made mention of the fact that people thought that she was mean and she didn't even try to say she wasn't. She just laughed like it was all just one big joke.
Kind girl wasn't kind. That was the headline. Here's the problem. I'm a comedian who got a talk show and I ended the show every day by saying, be kind to one another. Had I ended my show by saying, go f yourselves, people would have been pleasantly surprised to find out I'm kind.
The show was supposed to be an opportunity for Ellen to right all the wrongs and give an open apology, but she did the exact opposite. She literally just went on the huge stage and said, woe is me, which just further proves that all the mean allegations made against her were true. Rob Schneider and Megyn Kelly even joked at the fact that Ellen claims that she has been run out of Hollywood. But with the amount of money she has laying around, how exactly was she run out of Hollywood?
And she says, for me, and she actually has the nerve to say that she was run out of Hollywood.
Ellen is also complaining about how hard it is to be a woman in America. Funny, right? This is someone with several houses, had a successful TV show, but no, it's definitely very hard for her to be a woman in America. Complaining about being a woman in America while being linked to someone who had a trafficking island for women is just wild and hypocritical. If there's one thing that's clear is that Ellen was definitely running from something in the country and that something might have been her link to the Epstein files, and she's just trying to cover it up by saying Hollywood ran her out, which was not true. Just like this one fan who said her response to being canceled was moving out of the country and blaming the president for it. This fan also said no one would watch Ellen's show or documentary on Netflix again because of the whole saga. But what do you think? Do you really think Ellen fled the country because of the Epstein files? We would love to know your thoughts. Leave them in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe.